guys, it's finished. Arsenal 1, Man City 0, which on with Seb again. And I don't know whether this is a coincidence or not, but every time we do these fan cams, we win. So maybe it's a good luck charm. But yeah, talk about the game, bruv. And it's finally happened. Am I dreaming or not? And a clean sheet at home. Damn.
Yeah, that's a brilliant result. And I think it's a huge moment for us because all these other years we've been saying, oh, when are we going to beat City? When are we going to do so? And yes, I know they had 2 key players missing, but the thing is, we took that opportunity. And I thought they played very well in that second half. Obviously, chances came and went, and we were still quite wasteful. But in the end, we got the goal, and very happy for Martinelli because he played very well when he did come on. So it's great that he got the goal and gives us a good confidence boost going into the international break. And joint top of the league, unbeaten. I can't really complain about that. I think that's a good start.
I asked the same question to Tom. Considering the team selection early on today with Saka missing, and that's another key factor as well. Saka was not playing.
And Thomas Partey didn't start.
Martinelli was off the bench as well.
Exactly.
So, I want to ask you whether you would have taken a point before the game, considering the team selection with Nketiah up top, Jesus dragged out wide, Jorginho in the midfield. We were expecting an onslaught. Well, I was expecting an onslaught as soon as I saw the team selection. However, as I always do, I backed the boys for 90 minutes and they delivered. But personally, it got to a stage in the game where just get out of there with a point. But, mate, you shoot to score and it just happened. And, I don't know about you. I would have definitely taken a point considering the circumstances against Man City in the last couple of years. How about you?
Well, the thing is that a point wouldn't have been a disaster, but I would still looked at it as an opportunity missed because I was like, oh, there was your chance to go there and win. There was your chance to do this. Like a lot of times last season, especially when we're in this title running and we are in there again this season, it looks like we will be. I always said, go to these places and stamp your authority. The places that we usually go or the teams that we usually say will take a point, we got to go there and stamp our authority, really. And I was like, we're not going to have a better opportunity than this. And I was like, if we didn't beat him this time, we never will. And the fact that we did is huge. And it does give us confidence for these upcoming games because we've got another big run of fixtures, which includes Chelsea away, Newcastle away. We've got to go to Anfield in December. So it's definitely a big boost with this. And also, it can give us confidence going to the Etihad and finally getting from there, because this was a mental hurdle we had to overcome. And last season, we actually saw mathematically that if we had won against Man City at least once, we would have won that league. So these are the circumstances that we have to overcome. And I said in the podcast on the True Gooner channel that we have to learn how to beat Man City if we are going to take this next step further. We have to learn how to beat teams like that. And the fact that we have, I think, is absolutely huge. And it does show that we can do it. And yes, I know there were some nervy moments in the first half. And also, as longer the second half went, it looked like the points were going to be shared. But yeah, wow, relief from that moment when he shot. And to be honest with you, once we scored, I was actually fairly confident, we'll see this out, because City weren't really looking threatening, mostly in that second half. Yes, I know they're definitely a type of team that can get a goal from nowhere, especially when you've got Haaland and Alvarez and Grealish and Foden on that pitch. But yeah, I thought they were very controlled. And William Saliba and Gabriel at the back. Unreal. Incredible. They kept Haaland in their pockets. Unreal.
Alvarez as well.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did they have? Foden, non-existent.
They still had a very strong enough team that is capable
of
going out there and actually winning a title. Actually, they still did. Still, when you look at that team, but the one thing I will moan about is his refereeing standards. Oh my days, it is abysmal. How did Kovacic not go?
Uh,
The second challenge, I'm like, but the ref was like not interested in getting the cards out. I'm like, excuse me, he's trying to hurt the guy. He had no attempt to win the ball. Excuse me.
Yeah, could have snapped Odegaard's ankle as well.
Yeah, he could have done. I kind of do agree that it was probably a yellow because the foot wasn't probably high enough to be a red. But the second one, when he brought down Rice with no intention, all he did was trying to hurt him. That one, I was like, oh my word, are you having a laugh? And why didn't even VAR intervene?
Yeah, why did he not get told to go to the screen?
I don't know. Maybe is it the fact that they don't interfere with second yellows? Because I've seen it a few times where if it's a straight red, they'll intervene. But if it's a second yellow, I don't know if they intervene or not. Because we've seen it a few times that second yellows never get double checked. Like Tommy Ashley early in the season when he got sin binned at Palace, they never checked that, and they certainly didn't check that, and he shouldn't have gone. And one of them wasn't even a foul. But anyway, enough of that. This is not a time to rant. This is a time to enjoy ourselves, and it's a good day for Arsenal fans, and it's a big moment, I believe, for Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, did you get that weird feeling that Kovacic was going to somehow score some sort of spawny goal at the end to win Man City the game? Because if that happened, oh my God, that would have been...
It wouldn't have surprised me that happened, because we see these things all the time.
Yeah, I've been saying that numerous times
in
the game. Just he's going to score, isn't he? He really is. For me, it's difficult to pick between man of the match. Who was yours?
William Saliba for me.
Saliba. I've gone Rice.
Gabriel and Rice and Martinelli, of course, for that goal. I think them three were also in contention, but Saliba gets it for me.
Yeah, I feel like Rice just controlled that midfield, if I'm being completely honest. And
that shows you that he's better suited in that number 8 role. He's not really better in that holding role, because in that number 8 role, he literally ran that show, and he got others into the game as well. So I think it just shows you, and it's good that we got Partey back as well, because now, and him and Saka better not go to internationals. They have to.
No, I'm hearing that Saka isn't going on international duty.
Good, he can't go.
Yeah, neither is Saliba.
Neither must Partey. Neither mustn't Martinelli. They have to stay and rest, because we need them. We need them ready for that big game away at Chelsea, which is going to be difficult now because they have now picked up form. So they'll be going into that match full of confidence. So again, we have to be on it, and then it starts again. And now that we are in a title race, we have to be going to these places and stamping our authority. Yeah,
100% agree. Final thing I want to talk about is David Raya and the Aaron Ramsdale situation. For me personally, horrendous in the first half. He almost gave me a heart attack. Second half, I thought he calmed things down a little bit. I mean, Ramsdale must have enjoyed 45 minutes of that game, I'm pretty sure, because of some shaky moments from Raya. And I can't lie, I wanted him to start this game because of his catching ability and the fact he can actually punch the ball out to stuff any threat from Haaland lurking in the box. So, would you start Ramsdale against Chelsea in 2 weeks' time, or would you just continue starting Raya?
It's a tricky one, to be honest, because yes, I know Raya's kicking out the back isn't as good as Ramsdale's, but I think he made up for it in that second half, because every time he came for the ball, he just seemed to be very confident, which, like you said, but he clearly had that midweek mistake in his mind, because he was struggling. And when he hit it against Alvarez, I thought that was in.
Same.
Yeah, because we've seen that go wrong many times in the past, and he even did a couple of more hospital passes today. And it's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one, because I think both keepers are very good.
Declan Rice off the line as well, where he and that's the reason why I've given Rice man of the match, because that goal line clearance, unbelievable.
Exactly, because if that had gone in, it could have been a different story. Then it would have changed.
Is there anything else to talk about?
Sorry?
Is there anything else to talk about?
No, apart from it's a happy day for Arsenal fans.
Yeah, VAR,
Yeah.
still crap. I would happily drive Michael Oliver back to Saudi, if I'm being honest with you.
And of course, I know Mikel Arteta did get some stick from fans about the team selection, which I could kind of understand half and half. I agreed with the fact that if Saka wasn't 100% fit, and if Martinelli and Partey weren't deemed enough fit to start, don't start them, because in a game like that, he could just go. And Saka, even though he was deemed fit from what we heard from the rumours yesterday and this morning, you can't risk a slight hamstring injury if that was because he's just going to go. So I do rate him for that. But where I think he did get it wrong was don't move Jesus wide, because I still didn't think that was working, and I still wasn't convinced with Nketiah. I still didn't think he's doing enough. We've got to give Reece Nelson his chance. That was the chance to play him, because he will give you pace. He was going to run at players, because until Martinelli came on, we did lack a lot of pace. We did. Still. And
I'm hearing Trossard's injured as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, apparently Arteta came out in his interview and said it's not looking good.
That's not too serious, but other than that, I think he got the other subs actually spot on for once. I think he brought them all on at the right time, to be fair. But the only thing I had wrong, I didn't like about that team selection is the fact that, Jesus was wide and he came down the middle. But everything else, I was kind of in support of.
Yeah. So, also, I forgot to mention him, but Jorginho, I thought was brilliant today. I really thought he played really well.
Yeah, I thought he was all right.
I mean, he picked up an early booking, and considering he could have easily had that same PTSD in his head after the North London derby, I thought he actually played really well today.
It was a much better performance than that game. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but Partey starts for me.
After the international break, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, then he'll be fully fit. He mustn't go to Ghana. Must not.
But speaking of which, international break now. Yes.
Yeah. So we can have a 2 weeks. Have a 2 weeks rest to refresh on this victory, and then it's back again at Stamford Bridge in a couple of weeks' time. And Chelsea, we're coming for you again. We're going to beat you for a fourth time in a row on your own background. Watch out.
And at home as well.
On your own backyard, yeah.
Again, thank you for coming on, Seb. Enjoy your night as well. Oh, it's gonna be good. Make sure you do follow Seb on all of his socials, Insta, Twitter. You want anything else?
Nah, that's it.
Okay. And of course, subscribe to me as well. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter. I'm pretty much everywhere, really. So you can follow me all on my socials. And I'll see you in the next one for Chelsea in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're not going to be doing fan cams for England, because who does that? See you in the next one.
Come on, you Reds.
Come on, you Reds.